Welcome, Scorpio, to your weekly love reading for June 18th to the 24th of 2018. So let's look into your recent past events. What's went on with you last week or last weekend for Scorpio in love for June 18th to the 24th. What happened with Scorpio? Many of you still having that issue with moving on. The way that you think about somebody, the way that someone has hurt you, not being able to get that off your mind, not being able to get something off your mind if you hurt someone else. That could be an issue for a lot of you. So you're being held hostage by a pattern, by a thought, by an emotion. Something is holding you there. It could be another Scorpio or another person you feel like could be latched on to you. So that's having a tough time moving on. Maybe last week. All right. So what's going on this week for Scorpio in love? What's going on this week? A process of letting go. It's been a theme for a lot of you out there, and I still feel like a lot of you are still working through that process. So your emotional state is letting go of the extreme attachment, slowly but surely, maybe allowing someone in, but it does require you to allow someone out the door, so to speak, so that you can make space for someone new or something new. This is a card of holding on to material possessions, a person, drinking, alcohol, drugs, it could be food, any kind of thing that you could be holding on to that keeps you in a certain comfort zone. It tells you to drop those things away. Try not to focus on fear or the material stability that you have right now. You might think that particular area is, you're familiar with it, with that particular person, so something new could threaten what you're used to. It tells you to let it go, to let it drop away, let it fall away in some way. So think about that. That might relate to some of you out there. Now, the personal energy coming towards you, Scorpio. Personal energy coming towards you. Yeah, they're walking away from you as well. As you walk away from them, they may be having a hard time doing so, but I feel that they're disappointed with you. If you're not dealing with somebody, you may be literally tired of waiting for something to change within your love relationship, and you're walking away from them because maybe someone has a way of speaking, a way of not speaking, a way of doing something that just is not changing for the better. So I feel like there is some disappointment financially as well for both. All right. Now, your response to them walking away from you, your response. You may be feeling a bit insecure. Sometimes you feel like they're walking away, but you might not take them seriously, so you may feel trapped. A lot of you may feel like you're stuck in a situation that is just not going anywhere, and both of you seem to be mirroring one another. It's like this is your stance. This is you with that self-protection. This is you trying to work through your own thoughts, what you might be thinking about, what others are thinking about you, and why you accept something or you accept someone, the way that you're looked at or viewed by someone. It just depends on what it might be, especially if you have some kind of guilt or you're feeling bad about what has happened with that particular connection. You might even feel bad for going back to somebody if you gave them another shot and you break up and you go back and you break, that kind of thing. You might look odd. So, that could be something that's on your mind in a way. So let's see the advice for you, so Scorpio. Your advice. Stress tells you to get some rest, get out of your head, because you were already in your head earlier with the 8 of Swords. So now you move it up a notch with the 9, but you're slowly getting towards the end. The end's almost over. It's almost, it's getting near. We spoke about this before. As it does approach, these are very stressful cards, I feel, for a lot of you, but it is a process. The best card I see so far is the 4 of Pentacles in reverse, and that's usually part of you letting go, and it's still a process. It's something that you're working through. So try not to be hard on yourself. Get some rest. Try to sleep. That's the best advice I feel for a lot of you out there. So let's see the outcome for the week for Scorpio, June 18th to 24th. The lessons that you need to learn from someone else, the choices that you make, the things that you say, the things that you do or don't do. You might cause your own obstacles and cause yourself to be stuck. A lot of times we can make certain decisions for ourselves, and sometimes we might feel like we're being forced to stay with someone else or stay in a situation because someone else is not making the changes that they need to make. So we can be affected by someone else, but I feel like this is part of lessons that you need to learn and different patterns that you need to let go of. So clarify death in reverse for Scorpio. Let's look into that. Clarify death in reverse for Scorpio. Yeah, for a lot of you, this is you being angry and frustrated with someone, and it's like you don't want to move on. You're not sure of how to move on, and some of you do, but you're having a hard time doing so. So I feel like that's part of you being stubborn, or part of you being confused about other opportunities. I feel. Clarify the Eight of Swords for you, Scorpio. Yeah, some of you are married. Some of you are married. Some of you are not wanting to commit just yet because you are looking for something more stable. The home, you might not have a home of your own. The house might not be the best. So you might want it to be, something where you can celebrate it, but you can't really celebrate it because it might be, say, a mess, or you and your romantic partner may just argue too much. So the energy is just not where you want it to be. So I feel like that is an issue. Alright, and clarify the Seven of Pentacles in reverse for your partner or person that's coming towards you. Clarify the Seven of Pentacles in reverse for Scorpio. Yeah, I feel like they still love you. They really feel deeply for you, and if they express themselves a lot and they pour their emotions out and you're not responding to them, they're tired of doing that. And for others of you, they walk away from you, but they're not really doing so. So I feel like intuitively they are aware of what they're doing. It's some kind of manipulation, so to speak, because they're acting like they're leaving, but they're really not, because they're still thinking about you. They still dream about you, and they still have feelings for you. So it's tough. But let's see energies for Scorpio for June the 18th to the 24th 2018. We have forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. And I feel that is really important for a lot of you out there. Letting go of resentment from past hurt. The memories that you have with somebody. Could be childhood memories from a particular person that, didn't go somewhere. You may have wanted that person. Now they want you, at the time, it could be flipped around in some way. Resentment that might be there. So removing yourself from someone that doesn't want to be with you, or vice versa. Let's see message for Scorpio for love. New love. It says a new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Yep. It's like you're in love with somebody, but you're not sure of how to move on from the past. You might not want to leave someone that is in love with you, but it's not, it's not equal. So it's like an unrequited situation, and it's like you could meet someone new, or you have already met someone new, but you don't want to look odd. Maybe it's just not something that someone expected. Maybe it's something that people don't agree with, your family. They just don't see it in that way, so you might feel like it's karmically is not the right thing to do. But I feel like you have to decide these things within your heart, of what your heart says, and figure out whether it's lust or if it's true love. If you feel like that's a big move that you have to make, and only you can really say that through your spirit and soul will let you know through divine guidance. So keep that in mind and not give in to the guilt. So lots of love, lots of light to you, tons of healing vibes. I do hope that the messages did help you out. You can always go to psychicloveheals.com to schedule something personally for you, as these are general in nature. Have a good one.